Hey everyone, welcome back to B-Movie Bunker. Today we're looking at World War Z. It's brought to us by Mark Foster, the same guy who brought us, Monsters Ball and Quantum of Solace. Zombie outbreak, basically a viral zombie outbreak. This, based on the book World War Z. Unfortunately, the movie is not very true to the source material, which, surprise, surprise, it's Hollywood, so why would they be true to the source material? So I'm not even going to touch on that, because that part just really makes me mad. Overall, you have Brad Pitt plays like this special agent guy he's the only one who can help everyone. That's how the world works. There's always just one guy who can do the job. There's no one else ever anywhere that can do the job. It's just always this one guy. You know, it's like 24 ruined everything. That happened. It exists before then, but even still. So Brad Pitt, you know, he's the one who has to do everything. Unfortunately, his character's not all that exciting. He's really nothing more. He is pretty much just, for the most part, in most scenes, he's a camera moving from place to place, showing you what's going on. He doesn't do a whole lot in the movie. The movie is, I think, rather slow at times. And there's the other characters, just no one else really matters in the movie. It's Brad Pitt as, you know, reporter on the scene. You know, he's just cameraman walking around. Even his family stuff, it just seems like it's just kind of thrown in there just to try to give some kind of depth to the character he's playing, and it really doesn't. It feels forced and added on. The effects, I thought, were actually not that good for a bigger budget Hollywood movie. I think they really dropped the ball on the effects. The zombies as they are, the way they move, just it seems too unnatural. It's too fluid, I guess is the proper thing, and just. Okay, I'm all for suspension of disbelief. I'm suspending my disbelief, you know, believing that there's a zombie outbreak, that there's a zombie attack, there's this virus that caused zombies. All right. However, and people who argue the fact, well, it's suspension of disbelief, you have to just, you know, suspend. I will suspend a certain amount of disbelief. I have already opted in by saying I'll accept that there's zombies. But when you then just say, well, you know, the laws of physics just don't fucking apply anymore. Okay, if this was a fantasy movie where we're in some fantasy world where there's dudes slinging fireballs at each other, all right, I'd be willing to accept the bending of the physical laws, but this is still supposed to be set in our natural world where this is a virus, which I can accept a virus, fine. But then when you have things like, I mean, they make these gigantic fucking zombie pyramids where they can climb over gigantic, like 100-foot tall walls, and then just drop off their side, land, and be perfectly fine. No, I'm sorry. First of all, the little human pyramids stacked, you know, hundreds of bodies high, no. And then, you know, falling from heights of hundreds of feet and be fine. Or the human pyramids that go up and take down helicopters. No! I can't accept that. It's not physically possible in any way, shape, or form to do what they did in the movies. And I think it really ripped me out of the movie. Because I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. Are you fucking kidding me? It really, really ruined it for me. And I don't understand in zombie movies where the army doesn't have fucking bombs. It's just, you know, they have like one guy with a machine gun, that's like all they fucking have out of all the fucking armies. You have fucking bombs, like gigantic bombs, huge fucking bombs. You have tanks. Where is all that shit? I don't care how many fucking people are pushing against a tank. They're not flipping a tank over. Zombies are not. But this is summing up so much of what I'm starting to dislike about a lot of zombie movies, especially when it's small and compact, and it's just a small group of people. I tend to enjoy it more because I can ignore the outside scope but when you go worldwide and you're showing governments, no. That's not how these things would play out at all. So much of the movie just upset me. I mean, I can't get past the fact that you have a zombie movie that has no blood at all. I mean, there's people dying all over the place, but there's like no gore. All right, I can get past that. I mean, sort of. I mean, if you're gonna have violence, have violence. Don't do this wussy wimping out thing where it's really not violent. If you don't want to show the blood and stuff like that, do a more dramatic piece. And some people will argue and say, well, this was a more dramatic piece. No, it wasn't. The story just wasn't there. And I think if they'd stayed truer to the source material, I think we would have had a better movie. Is the source material perfect? No. I have complaints about that too, but that's an entirely different thing. Scale of 1 to 10, you know, this is kind of like how I feel a real zombie apocalypse would be. Not in that this is how it would happen, just that it was overall disappointing and kind of lame and unbelievable, because that's what a zombie apocalypse would be. It would be disappointing for those people who were like longing, people who want that zombie apocalypse. Oh my god, I'd be the best survivor. You wouldn't even have a chance. The fucking army would step in and be over in a day or two. And it's just kind of lame. It's like, oh, fucking zombies. What the fuck is that? That's kind of how I felt about this movie. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Why did they do this? Why does Hollywood take fairly good, or even in some cases great, source material, and you were interested enough in the material? Why do you have to fucking change it? And if you want to do a different story, then just do a different story, but don't call it World War fucking Z. And that's the thing that bugs me the most. I don't care if you want to make a different movie. Don't call it what it isn't. I'm surprised Will Smith wasn't in this, because that's like half his movies are fucking movies based off of books that have almost nothing to do with the original fucking book. This should have been Will Smith instead of Brad Pitt. Brad, you're a better actor than this. That's the other thing that disappointed me, is he's a better actor than this movie. I'm not saying he did a bad job, just the script wasn't there for it. That's all I have for this one. It really, really disappointed me. And I mean, it disappointed me from the time I saw the first trailer, with the hordes of zombies pushing over a bus. Fucking give me strength. Till next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland, folks.